Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is just a quick update. I'm over here at Adamant, just locking up some more Addy. And recently there's been a kind of lot of FUD about Addy going on. Mostly this coming from the Rug.Doc. So the APYs is down somewhat. We're now looking at 1300. Starting to be a little bit of a sell-off. I think this mainly revolves around this. So Adamant Finance, we had previous like high risk categories saying they couldn't verify the project because of the nature of the Matic Visual Explorer, saying it's very limited and verification is hard. So before they couldn't even do an audit or any kind of look over the code, so they just classified it as high risk. But they did say that the GitHub code is indeed clean looking and no overt rugs found on inspection. So we recently got these updates. I don't know when this update come up, but they're saying that the team hasn't given any information since the new Explorer came out, which is Polygon scan, and then they just give this update 2 saying they're keeping it as high risk because their strategy is unverified, with the ability to emergency withdraw, which is absolutely horrendous apparently, and saying there's a migrate function as well. But the problem with this is currently Adamant, they are going through the Certik audit. So if we just check this, we got a Certik audit pending starting on the 7th of June and expected to take 2 weeks. So it should be finished today, but can take a little bit longer. Sometimes they can do in 48 hours, I've heard. Sometimes it can take several weeks. So I'd rather not. I think this website Rug.Doc is very subjective. Basically, I think this website is really oversubscribed. If you go on YouTube, search Rug.Doc, there was an interview done by one of the other YouTubers, I forget his name, Asian guy. And just listening to it there, just kind of like DeFi users, decided to learn some solidity, got some background in engineering, but they're not really experts, you know. I think this kind of website is just really oversubscribed, and yeah, it's a good kind of screening service for people, you know, who can't read code like myself, but I wouldn't take it as gospel at all. And it seems like they're producing like such a high number, like they are literally auditing everything. What they're saying in the interview, they got quite a few people working on their team, but I don't think it's, I don't know if they can really do any kind of detail. I'm not really sure if I trust the kind of detail on here. I mean, obviously if it's got low risk as a bonus, if it's got high risk, then be careful, but I'm not going to be like completely be put off a project just because it's got high risk. See, a lot of these reviews got a lot of kind of statistics and stuff, but on the Adamant Finance one, they don't have anything. Like on Adamant, they don't have any figures at all. I know they say they can't read the code, but even on the documentation, they got some details about some kind of figures, how it's working. I mean, I'm kind of maybe myself. I haven't studied the documents in too much detail, and perhaps that's something I should really get a full understanding about. you know, I also think that this website is not really taking into account some of the kind of ways I like to look at things. It's a bit more of a, it's a bit more of a less technical approach, getting a feeling for the website, seeing if it kind of feels scammy. Got some red flags for scams, like kind of lazy, shoddy work. The way it's written and the length of time it's been going on. I think these things, they don't really promote these kind of ideas, you know. What? Okay, updated on 20th of June, but can we filter by length of time? No. And also my problem with this is kind of promoting new projects just exclusively. Now that's okay if you I think there's two strategies for DeFi, right? I think you can just kind of chase the tokens early and then try to sell on the initial run up. And if but you have to get in early. You really have to be on the ball, right? But my kind of strategy is more just get into longer term projects, get into the real kind of fundamental ones, the ones which are going to be like the cornerstones of the ecosystem. Because, you know, if you're playing that game where you want to get in early and then get out, it's risky, you know. You got to be on the ball. Some people, they're really good at it, but for me, I don't really have the time for that. And I tried doing that before. I've done it a little bit on Polygon, a little bit on my channel. We looked at new farms. Some of them did quite well. But for me, I'd just rather get in something longer term and chill. And my experience on BSC, I had the best results getting in the kind of longer term things like Pancake Bunny and I forget now. I can't even remember. BSC feels like such a long time ago. Pancake Bunny, what else was good? Cafe Swap, Goose, stuff like that. I mean, Goose kind of collapsed anyway. I don't know where Goose out. I've not even looked at a website for age. Let's take a look. Goose Finance. What's Goose saying now? $1? Man, this used to be crazy. Still 25 million something here. I mean, that's quite significant. So anyway, they got the Certik audit coming in any day now, and that's pretty much as legit you can get from the audits. But I mean, that still doesn't make it safe. So, you know, DeFi is a wild west. It's a dark forest. You know, it's you're taking risks because the reward's so good, and nothing is going to be perfect. You know, you're not going to get perfect like this is 100% safe answer. So anyway, what I've reduced, I had the quick Matic pool on here for like 8k or something, 7.5, and I just split a Matic and sold the Matic into the two halves of Chi and me Matic, and I just increased double my pool on here. The video I did yesterday, actually the figures I didn't count in the 50% penalty fee, so probably can reduce that quite significantly, but I still think it's like $170, $200 per day. It should be over 200 now. I've got a bigger pool on here. And also they added this new feature where they got the stake invest Addy. You can see how much you got invested here in the Addy tokens. So taking a look at the pools with the highest staking amount, I don't know why it doesn't filter to the top, but me Matic USDC is the biggest pool right now on here, followed by Curve, and then Chi me Matic. So obviously it's very popular already, but man, when this Certik audit comes out, it's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be crazy. And as we talked in the last video, I mean, we only got half of the TVL of Pancake Bunny, which Pancake Bunny just got hit by like massive, you know, problems as well. So the potential is huge, I still think. Anyway, that's just my quick update. I want to get around to learning some Solidity so we can sort of have a bit more of a conversation about these things, because at the moment it's kind of a bit out of my depth actually. So I hope you're all doing well. Just a quick update today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.